Greetings and welcome all to another to another Sunday live stream. Hope you've all had a good 2 weeks. My apologies for not streaming last week. I had completely forgotten it was Mother's Day. Well, not completely forgotten, but I did not absorb it into my schedule, and so I didn't really plan for it that much. Anyway, enough of that. After all the intensity of Command & Conquer Generals, perhaps it's time for a little bit something slower. So today we'll be streaming Of Life and Land, a colony sim that has been recommended to me, and I received a key for it, so I could show it to people. It's out now on Steam, link in the description if you wish to check it out. Let's go. A little introduction.
The year 1012. Kerzoven. An untouched, almost uninhabited region on the edge of the empire. In other areas of the country, villages and towns are growing fast. So fast that space soon becomes scarce. Real division leaves hires without land and property. But we still have room here, and we could use the people. This is our chance. Let's invite them and together create a thriving region worth living in. Kerzoven.
Alright. I kinda like this intro. You can skip it completely, by the way. You don't have to see it every time, although it does load up every time. Alright. So that's essentially the premise of the game. We are trying to lure people from the densely populated section of the Empire into our newly virgin territory, building a colony. Now, I should probably at least mention this once. When this game was proposed to me in the email, it was recommended to me because I like games like Terra Nil. Now, I adore Terra Nil. I've played it on the stream. It is, despite what it says as being a reverse city builder, Terra Nil, in my opinion, is more of a puzzle game where you're trying to solve a situation. You know, it's sure, you have a resource you need to keep track of and all that, but I would not consider it anything like this game in particular. In that, beyond placing things down on a map, the similarities really end there. I mean, I suppose there is a tenuous link in that Of Life of Land really wants to focus in on the idea of that everything that's alive has their own desires and needs. Which you need to take care of all that. Which includes the people, of course, that are building your settlements, but also all the wildlife on the map. But that's probably easier to demonstrate as we go into it. Let's start a new game. Alright, so considering I am still quite relatively new at this, I will be picking one of the Kerzoven starts, just because that is a little bit easier to handle, or easier to follow, because it gives me a basic tutorial to start with. But there are other things you can pick, including with alternate scenarios. As far as I can tell, all the maps are pretty much pre-generated. There's no procedural generation as far as I can tell. So yeah, that's kind of what you have to work with. Let's see. I would like to go for... the hills or the lakes? Go for the hills.
Ah, good that you are here. I sent for you because I have an important task for you. the situation in the southern part of the empire is steadily worsening due to rapid population growth. It becomes more and more difficult for the common people. Farms are cut smaller and smaller because of the division of inheritance, while taxes remain the same or even increase. New land can only be gained to a limited extent by clearing or by developing less optimal areas. Even among the nobility, there are more and more descendants who are not entitled to inherit. We are Kerzoven, one of the largest estates in the empire. We still do not have large cities and productive villages, and are therefore insignificant. I would like to change that. I send you north. Explore the region. Be wise and see that the people lack nothing. This way, new settlers will join you, and if you are open and decent to them and their customs, they will stay. Build a community center to consolidate your position in the region, but also take care of your supplies, because the summer is quickly over. Good luck! I'm counting on you.
Alright, we are. Our little pied-à-terre. So we'll just get going through the tutorial. Need to open the building menu. And rotate buildings. And we can place building. I probably should do. Alright. So, where we are over here is fairly low down in the map. It's probably fine. Because our people will have been dropped off around here somewhere. Like we have some wild cows. Sheep. There are the people. Right over here. Right, so this is where we all set up. This is where our supplies are. You can keep track of up here. I'll spend these windows because it back out. Also have a small amount of wealth to work with. Anyway, let us get started on the basics of necessities for our people, which is water, food, and shelter. I suppose that would be the correct order. Yes. So we will need a gatherer shack. Just to get going with the food supplies. Trying to grab as much of the wild wheat here, but that over there. So we need some raw material supplies. That's fine. We'll get on that right away. We also want a campfire. That is where the people will congregate around. I kind of want that to be the center of the town. Trying to see if there's any place where there's a little bit of placing. Yeah, will do. And build mud streets, that's not really relevant right now. Alright, so we need to get our other supplies in order. I want to have a look around to the area first. Now we just have the starting quest. Got some trees over here, that's nice. And it looks like we have some nice lakes that eventually lead off the map into the direction of the lakes. For us to stump. Bunch of trees over here that we can probably make use of. I might want to put it up here, but let's stick close to town for now. That's 18 broadleaf trees. So, quite a bit of a dirt road. That connected. You put down some broadleaf trees, that's fine. Trees are also part of the life cycle that we need to maintain. Currently in good soil, got the nutrients, uses this stuff. Taken care of. Currently no dirt here. Plenty of water in the streams. The temperature is fairly mild. We are in the middle of spring, so we potentially still get some cold snaps. I'll just set the simulation running at 0.1 speed. Get some garden beds, perhaps. Simple stonemason. Well, stonemason a little bit more straightforward. Quarry, stonemason. And put in some garden beds behind gatherers nuts. We'll move up to 1 times speed. Get the people working. This is something I will need to keep an eye on. Cows, especially wild ones, are bastards. They keep stealing my supplies. Even though there's plenty of grass, wild wheat they can snack on, they will keep coming after my supplies. So we're just gonna put a gate around there, tell them to F off until we can get some facilities up that will encourage them to be more friendly to. Burrow over here, but there's currently no animals in it. Probably plenty of animals. Here on the map, goons, cats, grey wolves, sheep, European hares, trout, foxes, rats, humans of course, cows, pike, I believe is a type of fish, which I don't think we have in here. Yeah, that might be an ocean fish. Anyway. And looks like there's no chickens on the map. Chickens might come later. As far as ores go, I don't know if this map has anything special. Probably some tin deposits. In any case, let's just get started on that. Gatherer shack needs to be finished. Similarly with our basic supplies, I'm just gonna put a quick fence around our garden beds, because seeing the animals snack away on our garden beds is kind of annoying. We can change names. The game will let me. And finally, let's put some shelter over the people's heads. Simple straw huts will do. We have 10 people, so we will need 5 huts. Still out a little bit cold, but that's fine. Now we have no other quests, but just keep on going. We'll just speed through the nights. Speeds can go up to 30 times, which is a little bit fast, so we'll just not do that. 10 times is more than fast enough. I want to speed through the nights. I mean, we don't have anything special else going on. But there is a work schedule. People work 12 hours a day, I believe. So that'll have to do for now. We already built a road. We need to build some more processing facilities. So just set up rudimentary stuff like firewood, so we need a storing place. Sure that everyone is comfortable. Most of our people are all in the level 1 of prosperity bracket. But they're currently doing fine. Their needs are more or less met. I mean, we'll need some shelter for the rogues, most of them. And once that is all done, they should soon start leveling up to the next level of prosperity, which will unlock more buildings for them. Food supply is okay for now. We'll also need a means of processing that grain that we are picking up. Smells really good. The lights are more for decorations. Don't worry about them too much. I could set up some fields, but I kind of want to leave this plain down here open. Put some farms or areas. Focus on right now. There we are, level 2. Now we can build the community center as well as small cabins, although that's something that we'll have to hold off for now. Put the community center pretty much here in the middle. We will want to upgrade from the small huts to small cabins. We'll need some planks for that, which one place to be operational. Probably also tell you to harvest leaves. May as well. You can also put down some simple barns. Will be useful. Another potter workshop. Might need a well first though. Let's get the root cellar down first. Want our food supply to be secure. There's not too much groundwater around here. I do want a well. I get that most of my people probably are getting water from the river, but someone is having trouble with the root. We're a little bit low on all the supplies. 30 people that are unemployed. Most of these small workplaces can only have one person active. Let's get another forest stump going. Fireplace, the campfire is going nicely. I have the supplies to do any real upgrades right now. Speed things up to 2 feet. Let's connect this ramp. Main road. Alright, use the first firewood. Good. Yeah, we have some time. Winter starts. Raccoons can still get in here because I'm not going to build stone walls. It's a bit too intensive. As I understand, raccoons can get into anything. Thawing place is active. Hello, Elsie. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hang on. There we go. Headphone wasn't connecting properly. We definitely need more food though. If nobody's unemployed, I have to hand mill, but of course that doesn't really help me until I make a simple oven. I'm gonna build over here. Set it up here. We do need to finish the community center before do any proper expanding. Just speed through this level. Alright. Hire someone and set priorities for building. Yeah, it's probably fair that that's low priority. The root cellar should probably be. And activity wise, I kinda want you to keep making planks. But that's using rags, so people will at least not be completely naked. So we probably need more trees planted. Season starts. Area broadleaf trees. Monoculture is awesome. I'll leave the wild wheat alone for now. Ah. Stockpile of raw wood is coming up. How's the dirt looking? Dirt is looking okay. Nobody's too dirty just yet. Currently don't have the wool, unless we somehow slaughtered the sheep, which I don't think we did. People are socializing. Like everyone is happy. Progress to the next level is still occurring. Wild wheats currently fine, I think. Putting up the help window, going through. Right. I think that's all the basic quests for the tutorial done. Right. We want to build a cesspit. That's fine, that was on my list. Definitely want to put that away from any where anyone lives. Animals are kind of filthy, and the humans probably also are not that clean. Alright, the well is up. So we should now have a steady supply of water. We're just taking hewing stones. That's fine. Thinking about building some better housing. Just start up building up a single wall cabin. Elian, the leader of the Kosovan family, is way over here to check on our progress. Raccoons stealing my stuff. Hopefully, all stuff gets stored in here. The cesspit, planks, branches. Well, that should be on the way. Still have plenty of wood. Now we have some sort of bread, potentially. Why can you not find a path? For a stump? But arriving soon. We're getting cereal grains. Baking bread using flour that we are probably milling over here. Done by hand. People are still more or less healthy. What are their desires? They want to be a faction and at least have a community. Right, well that's fine, a community center is being built. Slowly. Gives it a slightly higher priority. Could set up a hunting lodge. Kind of wary about that though. Don't currently need it. Although our food supply is a little low. Set up a fishing. Surface water in near a waterfall, so this bonus ability. Six times surface water is probably the best I can get. Let's get as much out of this jack as I can. Garden beds are probably the best choice here. Expand them a little. More fencing around it. fencing and over. But looks like everything is mostly working out. You know, we're getting some decent amounts of breads. We're getting enough supplies for everyone to make use of. They're just doing fine. Heroes are starting to get dropped off for the cabin, so we should have enough room for everyone that wants to join our settlement. Hello, Leandro. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Well, it's not strictly speaking an anti-raccoon game. Raccoons can become pets, I believe, so it's something you could consider. These sheep need to get out of my gardens. Speed things up again. We are running a little low on people that can actually do work. Always ask someone with more work, of course. Although not in this window. But seeing as stuff is still getting delivered, I'm not fussed about any of that. We are still in the early building up phase of the game, so I'm expecting things to go at least slightly wrong. This bit is still being built. These cows are a group, apparently. Two. Eat a cow. Another cow. Yeah, animals tend to be in groups like that. Still nobody in this hall. Usually I think wolves go into these wild burrows. I'm not yet ready for stables, because I don't really have the supply of fodder necessary to sustain a stable. Worry about the fodder for my people first. Been stealing the bark, roots and sprouts, which is fine. I have plenty of those still. Kinda. Nobody works here. Una, you can help over there. The middle of the summer and we're starting to run out of time. I want the community center up before Elaine gets here. Alright, just need stone. Stone is being worked on. Open the map. So here we are. A little town. We can't really do much yet because we need a community center in order to do stuff. Which means we just need stone. And for some reason they already finished the small cabin. Well, I guess that shows what their priority is. Better housing. Right, I'm not gonna give them any more distractions because I kinda need them to finish. Fishing spot also ready. I don't have much flour or vegetables and supplies. I can't fish. Are we fishing? No, nobody's fishing. Most of my people are kind of fully tapped out. Barbara, you also have a side job in fishing. You can even check on the fish. Doesn't look like they are groups. At least should give us a little bit extra food to work with. Oh, by the way, this game does have Twitch integration. Now, obviously, I don't stream on Twitch, so I can't use it. But if anyone really wants their character in this game, I can always rename someone. Alright, there we are. Community Center. Now we can set schedules. And we can accept new. I kind of want, so just get in. Cora enters the group. One extra person. Right, so now we can cover the table lands over here. We require bread and effort. Now bread we are making slowly, but the effort will be put in regardless. Alright, cesspit is also ready. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this works, but I do know that dirt gets deposited here when it gets too much, and then the cesspit decays it, pinch for heat. Kind of have to make sure that the environment does not get too dirty. Currently the dirt is kind of fine. I don't have to worry about it too much. Looks like there's not much. So I have a little bit of a thing. Kind of want the dirt level to be green. That's normal or nutrient rich. Anything above green into the yellows and all that, we don't want that. Alright, now that all this is finished, let's get a couple more houses going. Kinda want to get rid of these old shacks, and let's invite some more people in to help us. Hello, Jacob. And we are now level 3, and that means more people. Will also give us more quests to do? Not yet. We just need to reach level 4 prosperity, because of course. And some diplomacy, which we can only do once we've discovered the tablelands. Because we can only find some tin and lead deposits over here. I wonder where that is. So yeah, tin deposit over here. Cool, that's close to home. Guess the rest of these are just lead deposits. Yeah. Kind of a long walk away from our settlement at the moment. And probably fine. We don't need lead right now. Alright, finally, roads are being built. Guess we'll fill this in. And let's get another small cabin. I know there's a big cabin that we can build, but that's kind of intensive and we don't have the supplies for that. We need bronze parts for that. We don't have those. Guild house. I need a pottery first. No. For a potter workshop, need potter supplies. that can come over here. These straw huts may be blocked. I think we're getting close to the last day before autumn. Right, so family knocks on door. 4 more people. Yeah, we definitely need those houses now. Make sure we have a good supplies. We something more fancy. Kinda want to get the Forester's Lodge. Place it over here somewhere. Down here. Yeah, that's far enough away from the main settlement. I can still use most of the terrain for trees. So we'll make it low priority. Alright. Can't get this one corner. Nuts. Gatherer's Hut is kinda running its course. Runs course. Because the farm is just simply a better building. So we want the farms to replace the Gatherer's Huts. Really make the most of all the grains that we can potentially put down. I mean, ideally I would like to put the farm somewhere where I have a bit more space to work with. Yeah, but that would require getting up here, I think. Right now that's just a little bit beyond me. Fully into autumn. Temperatures will start to drop soon, although it's currently still fine. Did we find the tablelands yet? Nope. We're also running criminally low on food. Right, who is fishing? Someone else. Someone else needs to do fishing. Right, Lenora Corvus, who have been picked, go do the fishing. Alright, let's get the hunter going. We need food. Top priority, get this built. Hey, little fishy. Yay! Alright. On the tablelands. Now we can immediately go to the map, the tablelands, which is the desert map. The single settlement over here that has very fancy looking buildings. Plus wind catchers that will help keep things cool. And they mostly trade in copper. I think there's a copper deposit over here. Yeah. So we can now make a trade deal with Gorp. Makes sense. They have built their village on top of a mesa. Go back to our town. Food supply to be coming in a little bit faster. Right. Traded the water. Now we could do it the marketplace. The marketplace, kind of intensive. It can wait until I finished building necessary stuff. Right. Get rid of some of my straw huts if I can. And not. This is gonna be a real rough winter if we don't get this sorted. Alright. Let's at least plan it out. I'm gonna put locked. And I'm going to remove the gatherer's hut once I've built this. Let's put it over here. So turn all this to wheat. In. Supplies are getting delivered, so good at least. Just really short on supplies. Let's also go for a simple barn. The where to put it, I'm not entirely sure. And here will do. We need to start getting some ask fluffy friends. Hello, Hobo Joe. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome as we are trying not to starve. Ooh, we already have kids. That's great. Probably not the greatest of ideas to get more people for the settlement, but I kinda need more people to work. At least we're getting some fish. That should help. We are roasting the fish, right? Yeah, pretty much. Not the greatest of meals, but hey, it'll do. We bring up our supplies. And the winter is here. Alright. Let's see how many starve. And we have another task. For Lumberjack. Alright. See what we can give him. Just probably have crashed quite a bit. So at some point I probably will want to set up a forester with a bunch of conifer trees. We'll have something that can produce wood during the winter times. First pregnancy. Sure, I mean, we already know we had babies, but... Sure, bring in more people. Why not? The more the merrier. I mean, we have food. We're not completely boned, but... just not getting the supplies I need to finish buildings, apparently. What is the hold up with the sawing plane? Sawing planks is your top priority. We have raw wood, so what's the... Not. they are all complaining about being cold. Let's put a fin torch over here. Should at least keep them warm-ish. Having meat coming in from there. I would also like you to hunt for rats, please. And also hunt some red deer. A nice equal balance, that we have enough meat to roast. Get through this winter easily enough. Right. Migration, sure. I speed this up. Collection speed, carry space, extra storage. Is that the problem? Right, let's give you more storage. And I want to upgrade your processing speed. Get those planks. Let's set up another house. I mean, I want big cabins, but I can't afford the big cabins. Yeah, really, it's just the planks we're suffering from. Right. We're making firewood out of those things. Just give me plank. Access to conifer trees. Let's get a stump over here. And we'll need a thin torch. Temperature seems to be fine in the woods. Winter is almost over. Not yet had any deaths, so, you know, can't be doing everything bad just yet. Fluffy friends, yay! We have cats. Probably roaming around. Alright, the barn is ready. We're housing sheep, as intended. I would like more animals, please. And I just go in all in on the comfort there. Alright, so the sheep will provide us with wool, which will help us make some more rags. Collection speeds, processing speed I can't do. I don't think storage is really the problem for this year now. Just raising rags. Right, we also have water is now active. It's kind of important that we have that, so I'll just create another pot for you. Yay! First vacancy's done. 2 seeds. Right, we need cereal grains. Alright. Celebration, more immigration. Cool. I need more houses. Alright, let's start getting some big cabins. I really want to get rid of these straw huts, but as long as people keep arriving, I can't. Just get rid of you. We are in the 3rd tier, so I kind of want to get the stuff. Right. Fishery is probably a better choice long run, so that here. Then we can actually feed the fish. If I have the stuff. Yeah, but we need a lot of pottery. Well, it should be fine. And do I also have a better stonemason at this point? Granary, I mean, I kind of want that, but not priority right now. Proper bakery, again, would be good, but we have to move that. Tailor shop. And dairy. I mean, we are producing milk now. Alright, let's get an open dairy. We need to add to our food supply after all. Let's put this to normal priority. What are you complaining about? You have water, you have fodder. We're housing all the sheep we can and slaughter them if we need to, but you'll need. Right, well, while this is going on, we should probably start exploring the rest of the land. Let's do that one at a time. A couple of places that we currently cannot get to, but that's fine. We do need to find other places where we can find goods. Like a source of iron, for instance. Like the sheep are content to graze over here. Expand their grazing area a little bit. So they have no reason to go after my grains. Like these freeloaders are doing. There. I better leave before that fence goes up. Just waiting for pottery to come in. Not something I can really speed up much. Rather the branches, the wool, and using less wood. Sure. And yeah, more storage space would help. Don't need so many more planks. Fortunately, the better sawmills are all the way down here. Yeah, here. Which requires iron tools, which I don't have. And also will not have access for quite a while. Yep. Reason to celebrate. More people do more work. Right, discovered beaver's time. Place that has fairly similar conditions. It's just got tin deposits. Right. So this is the standard map you can spawn on in this game. Now also allows us to go over there, but let's go this way first. And focus on getting our village to be prospering again. Alright, bronze part I don't have though. Regular caverns it is. Make these very low priority then. So many supplies of things. Let's get another sawmill or a saw place. We have 8 unemployed people, we should be good. Give all of you all a little bit more to do. Pottery for that. Also, we've depleted all the supplies over here, so let's just get rid of that. Right. I want you to do nothing but make wood. Wooden planks, rather. Right. Discovered the lakes, the other starting location. Similar situation, one lead deposit, several tin deposits, similar environmental conditions, except, of course, more water. Let's go for this one. Let's start planning our marketplace as well, because I've been holding off on that for long enough. Place this. Like this is fine. The marketplace is not a building that I can fence off because this will be storing a lot of my goods. Fortunately, a lot of my goods are edible. Which the local animals just will not respect. Yes, indeed, they probably do. Lots of flat land. I'm not entirely sure where we would enter the map. Could be a indicator where we would enter the map. Somewhere. Map transitions. Let's see. The lead to a dead end. Dead end. This leads to our place, so we would enter the map over here. It will take us a bit of a time to get over to here. Well, either case, I'm not ready for a expedition to any of these places just yet. And we start making some progress on the planks. Really? All the buildings you'd fine. Go ahead to say what you want to do. Anyway. Now we can go to the transfer tab. Select the region and transfer stuff over there. Here. So we can add some stuff we want to trade. Right now we need copper. Copper I cannot make, but I have to trade for it. I'll buy a single copper bar. What do I have in surplus? I can sell what? I'll sell... I'll sell over 100 water. I mean, nobody needs it right now, but it's a start. Do I have anything that anyone wants to buy? I mean... There is some demand for leather, but I don't have any. I don't have much of that. There's some demand for stone. You know what? Fine, I'll sell some stone. Need some source of outlet. Please. Nobody's selling cloth. What I need. People want to buy lead for some reason. If we have more than 20 bread, sure, I'll sell it. Let's purchase 20 exotic fruits. Nobody wants that. Yeah, let's sell over 20 cheese. Cheese is something we can do easily enough. Let's get another stable going. Yay. Nothing else to do, we just need to regulate sales. I have to move the slider 3. There. That's pretty much all the tutorial quests done. Now we just need to get up to the next level of prosperity. How are we doing on stuff we are hunting? See, I had set you for deer, deer, the rats are close to our settlement. The hares are all the way on the other side of the map. Guess we scared them off. Well, I keep hunting for that. Test pit is still functioning. Ooh, right, the farm is done, which means I no longer need to gather a shack. Right. You are taking care of all of that. Probably need to expand that a little bit more. At least go up to this stream. Building the fence can still be a little bit finicky. And we can move this light stuff over here. And garden beds. And just for a little bit of flavor, I'm just turn all this into fruit trees. Still a little short on housing. Discovered the mountains. Mountains have iron deposits. Temperatures are quite a bit colder. Nobody currently living there as well. And essentially it's just a rocky plain. So everywhere it's grey over here, nothing really grows. It says there's dirt here, but that's kind of a lie. Apparently this is really polluted. Guess that would explain why the trees look so rough. Yeah, but as you can see in the mountains, it's kind of dangerous. Very short spring, summer and autumn, and a lot of winter. Not great. Not good at all. You have to be really prepared before you go in here. Right, let's see. Fortunately, this is the only other place we can investigate, so go in there. I do still need a lot more planks. I upgrade this thing. Something I have in abundance. Let's get some more storage in here. Pottery we're not quite full up on yet. Planks, no. Don't have any furniture just yet. Food's available. Our food supply is still a little bit low-ish. Dirt doing over. Getting a little polluted. Polluted near our well, that's not great. But we have plenty of water for them. Really just held up by planks right now. I have 2 people. Processing speed means we need more stone. Not another stone deposit. That's at all. See what I'm looking. I'm looking for quarries. Seeing some regular raw stone, that's fine. Not what I need though. Quarries probably would show up mostly. Machines. Should be in quarry over here. Yeah, there it is. Probably more than one. Somewhere. Another one up there. Much I can exploit from though, because that's kind of far away and I don't want to overextend. Let's just see if we can tap into some more stone deposits we have over here. We're completely out of money as well. Cats can still get in. The marketplace is not yet enclosed. What are we waiting for? Planks. Always planks. Get the processing speed up. Really want to get rid of these straw huts. We can at least see an upgrade. Requires pottery, which I have. Get the upgrade. Been stuck at the level 3 for a while now. Because people want better clothing and they want to pursue their faith. Which I can kinda do. Build the shrine. The shrine, however, requires that I have bread. So, yeah. Right. Now it could be time to build the shrine. Put the shrine over here. Well, anyone is selling bronze pots, right? And people want to buy them, but nobody's selling. While that is going on, I should probably start setting up my other important buildings, like the guild house. Thing you're not doing. May as well harvest the grass. I should probably just gate in. I need you to access this bit. Coming up into our next winter. At least the food supply is not as dire. But I still would like some more housing, please. Get some cows. We have the grass, so we'll just do that. Right, and we already have cows. That should give us plenty of milk. It's winter. Alright, we've covered the coast. There you can see some settlement. Nice big buildings. Another person that potentially wants to trade with us. And well, raw hewed stone and raw wood, that's fine, I can do. Get through the winter. Should be good. And finally, go. Well, while that is going on, let's set up another test pit. Dirt is probably going to start piling up quite a bit. Not gonna lie, the food situation is still not great, but at least we have some milk can turn into cheese. Icy winter. West dike construction. Good greetings, I have returned from a trip to the east coast. People there are starving, there's fertile land, but strictly flooded by the sea. Make terrible by building weirs. We're very grateful you could help us with this. Sure. Got plenty of pottery now. Are we selling it? We should really be selling it. Right. People want to buy it. Yeah, let's... Yeah, sure. Sell it for whatever they want. Also go in with all the other thing. Yeah, sure, we can trade water. We have plenty of that. Bread I'm a little bit more reluctant on. We're not really producing that in anywhere close to the levels I want. Right, so now we can explore through Hogdorp, or through the Tablelands. Practical clothing, I think I make that yet. I just make basic clothes. Alright, let's focus on getting rid of these straw huts first. All we need is planks. Obvious. The forester is done. Cool, then I don't need this stump anymore. Open up for another person to work in there. Yeah, sure, I've plenty of raw roof stone. And I will want you to also pick up the leaf. Can I build weirs? Ooh. This is kind of new for me. I mean, the weirs were in the game before, but the kind of would like to put a weir in here. That does. And spring again. Cool. There's so much stuff just going into the cesspit. But at least we're now taking care of the trees. Yeah, the Timberborn comparison did occur to me, but so far I've managed to not flood my village. So let's keep it that way. And yeah, we could probably plan out a tailor shop now. I don't want to build anything next to marketplace because that ruins my thing. The fencing I've put around it. So for some reason this is still not being built. They're not properly place it. There, now it is. Now it's suddenly there. Right, fine. Alright. We can get some more people again. By construction, the only thing holding us back right now is the tools, which I cannot do right now. Not exactly. This will do. We will probably also want a slightly higher amount of copper bars. So let's go with 20. Then we can get the ability that makes copper and bronze. Put that over here. More advanced stuff going. Still waiting on planks. Looks like the cesspit managed to catch up. I'll get a slightly easier overview of what's happening exactly. Most of our people are in tier 3. Looks like there's no real anything that's holding us back, but the level of attraction we have currently allows us to have this many people. prepare for no more of a housing block over this way. And let's just start, yeah, broadleaf trees. Let's start going over this. Nothing but trees. Alright, so the weir is in here. Water is still flowing, so I'm guessing it's not stopping much. Right. I mean, I can get all 4 upgrades, so may as well. Forester's doing good work. Does feel like we finally have a decent supply. I mean, you don't have to do lead or that. Just really want you to find and smelt tin over here. Can't get bronze tools. Sure, we'll get that. Extra storage. Take it. The rest I kind of want to put into processing speed. Dang. This isn't the wrong place. Blocking off that thing here. Thanks, game, for telling me that. I not have the better core yet. No, not yet. That needs tier 4. We do not yet have tier 4. We'll keep filtering in. We're never gonna get tier 4. Those dumb people that want to live in our city. Make us prosper. And there should also be other amenities that probably should be going after. Setting up a sweeping station. Gotta keep the streets clean. Well, probably best if I do that close to the farms. Animals are filthy. Yeah, we have the shrine set up. Tap room, could I afford that? Guild house is also finished. Alright, so automatically it'll optimize commute times. I think I will want it to educate children so they will be more useful when they grow up. No point in educating the adults at the present time because I just cannot afford any of my adults to stop working, as they will not be working until they are done with the training. The area clean. Do I give you work with? Can't produce soap just yet. Right. Reset this thing. We just need you. These and the other ones are not relevant to you. Get that, get that. Rest, I cannot yet afford you to. Right. Get some tin. We have another message. Rainy summer, possible migration. Revolt in the harbor. Greetings, I'm writing you because I urgently need your help. The harbor workers are planning a revolt. They are complaining about the monotonous catering. There's fish day in, day out, they moan. Our last harvest wasn't good, so we can't offer them anything else. Their beer is also threatening to run out. I fear the worst. Don't have the furniture shop yet. And because I could get it. Just where do I place it? Running out of prime real estate. Can't really afford another forester, being totally honest. Already have 5 babies. Take ages for they become useful. Beyond the making people happy part. I mean, them being happy is good for them, but kind of meh for me. Else I can make decent bakery. Wouldn't object to that, but I don't have the grains for that. The farm is not really enough. Could maybe do some terrace farming. Let's set this up over here. Dedicate a farm completely to just making grains. Probably will need a variety. And this is fine because we need the variety, but that's probably not the most efficient setup. The potato shop is running. I have no wool. Ah! I've got the feeling that your mouth is moving faster than your brain is processing words. Anyway, we definitely need more wool. get the rags so we can turn them in proper basic clothing. Probably means I need more barns. Or sheep. Like my forest is regenerating nicely. Getting all the good supplies. Can I please get enough housing so I don't have to have these huts anymore? Yeah. Right, solve that. Celtic beer. Right. I'll take it. Money is money after all. The tap room is working. And nothing is forbidden, so it's giving people the drink they need. Give them some upgrades as well. Have the pottery. Have the raw fish. The rest I can't really afford at the present time. What are we waiting on? Blanks. The usual, right? We have the trees. Just this thing is probably not quick enough. Cool. I will need you to fish. And in that case, this fishing spot is just redundant now. Also get road up here, pull it out. Yeah, we just need the copper and iron forge, the copper and bronze forge rather to finished. It's finished? Couldn't tell. That small cabin is finally done. You can get out. You can get in. We need another cabin. Yay! Right. Have gold. That's not a problem. Storage, sure. Stonework I can't do. Sure. Would you really that? Well, I just let it work for a bit. Ooh, the big cabins are done. Nice. And instantly people move in there. Alright, so that means this one is now finally done. No more need for the wooden stuff. In that case, I also don't need cabin anymore. Because we have the big boys. And how can we get people to level 4? What is your problem? It is basically the lack of clothing. Okay. We need practical clothes. Bottleneck really is that we need basic clothes for that, which we need wool. Not providing grains. Provide leaves. Well, grains are for the people. Trader shop. Have the inventory table over here. Get rid of that. We'll push it all through you. We can make sure that we have all the things we need. Other than that, what else do we need to advance people to the next level? And not totally sufficient with this shrine, but that's not something I can fix. Really, it is the clothing then. The rest is all fine. I have some spare people. Let's just put more work here. Using tools yet. Can't. Let's make the tools the priority. Yep, we have plenty of bronze parts for now. Now we have the furniture shop as well. Just makes furniture out of planks. Right, the one resource I don't have any surplus of. It looks like we're doing okay here. Farm here is built. And it has already got plenty of people working in it. This will be just wheat. All the wheat. From out of reach. Just I want to have them to have access to that. Hello, Duton. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing okay. Well, I have been told that my stuff can help people get into sleep, so that is your desire. I'm sure I can oblige. I'm not sure the hunting lodge really does any for us beyond the rats. Are there still any deer on the map? Oh, plenty. Okay, and European hares. Yeah, a few. Rats. Rats are staying far away. Chickens? No chickens. Unfortunate. How is the dirt looking? Quite dirty. Like we're getting some clothes. That flies are not being routed to the wrong place. Right, let's give you some more storage. Do furniture for processing speed. Fortunately, I do not have tools just yet. For some reason you're making them. Let's set up another barn. Is the spot. I hope it will work up there. Oil is fine. What's the complaints? Oh, dye construction is finished. Nice. Fresh fish is active. Cover how. Not this cover, I already know how. Beat them. Anything I'm missing? I would love the free pottery and all that. But how can I learn how to fish? The hell of that, yeah. Fish are a bit thin, but looks like they're healthy enough. Right, spring again. Right, this needs to be not sheep. I want the cats to grow up here. There you go. Sure, bring in another person. Have space. And make some room for... Have raw wood, so bonus sleep as well. Else. And a little bit more wood efficient, perhaps. I was reluctant to upgrade the small cabins, but I kind of want to place them. The big cabins. Alright, let's see if my plan works. Yeah, completely out of roots and sprouts. I can't place any more for now. My goal is to just have so many cereal grains that I can turn everything something I can use, including feeding them to fish. Looks like we're getting the cats. Whoops. Guess we just had a flux. By construction, perhaps? Same thing here. Now people can start adopting the cats, though I'm not sure if they are. Apparently there's a cat colony going on. Well, they're leveling up, so they should be domesticated soon. And we finally have some tools. Cool, then I can speed up the production. This. And use some bronze tools to work with. Yeah, let's do that. Be as efficient as we can be. Right, what are we still lacking? Mostly food still. I have no real means of improving that. Just yet. And let's get a granary in here. A bakery. Can I fit the bakery? Might have to move the forester eventually, because I might need this land soon. But for now, I kinda need the wood. Well, it does feel like we're bringing in more grains. Oil is fine, water is a bit low. Doesn't seem to affect the overall production. Overall, I think we need more employees. That's... Wood is still fine. Action speed, yes. Coffee cone. Upgrades. Why not? Storage. Button. Carrying. Sure. Probably do something similar to here. Right, we're starting to get to a breaking point where I might have to consider we are ready for an expedition. But I want to be sure we have more than enough supply before we do that. Food supply from... I'm a little concerned we do not have enough grinding. Okay. And I don't get better grinders until processing. Yeah, we need to get into the windmill or watermill. All the way to level 5. So no chance of getting to that. And we're doing this stuff by hand. Note. I worry about grandmother. Go to the Red Hood. Hello, my grandmother's ill. I would like to bring her something to eat. So that you can get her strength back. Can you help me? Sure. And we get some immigration. Thank you, she's feeling better again. There was an incident with a wolf, but the hunter saved us. I am importing that stuff, right? Yeah, but it's just not enough. Can I get better deals? Well, let's secure the rights of way. And let's make a collaboration with the Tablelands. Hot summer coming in. Yeah, this water, this land is definitely drying up a little. Have anything that can spread water. No option for canal or something. Right, we have the bakery, so that means we don't need the simple baker's oven anymore. And I can also put meat in batter. Let's get one more baker in here. Grass. Increase the storage. Just fully upgrade this thing. Keep coming. Don't stop coming. Stop believing my settlement is that successful. I can't keep up. Right, let's make the feeding efficiency better. Passive feeding. Yeah. And yeah, that's the wood. Get rid of this dump and let's start pushing out with foresters. They need better supplies of. Probably somewhere a little bit outside the village. The rain should help with the water needs for this area, but not sure if I can make that better. Yes, it's indeed rare to see a Teuton up here. Starting to get a surplus of milk. We'll need to start turning into a surplus of cheese. What is the complaint? Yay! Finally! So that gave us extra pottery. Nice. Just need the exotic beer, but again, I don't have the fruits. We have planks, just about. And we have pottery. Let's just upgrade this thing fully. We need to start selling some stuff. Let's sell 10 of those. I don't think I have enough surplus of wool to afford that. I'm looking for these little symbols that tells me that people want to buy. I don't have leather. And I'm already selling that. People are interested in bronze tools, so let's get that. Rougher eggs. Not selling those. Clothes, I'm sure people want them, but I kinda need to make sure that I have enough myself. Well, over 20. 20. And I'll sell over 6 furniture, because why not? I'm making it. Yeah, I guess we can sell some milk. Let's find another place where we could put on a farm that brings us in something else we need. Like I probably will want to get some seeing as we are now getting plenty of cereal from up here, convert these wheat fields into garden beds. There. I think once we hit 70 people, we should be kinda okay for going into the next area, or try to settle in the next area. I would preferably be level tier 4 prosperity, but it doesn't look like we're gonna reach that just yet. Well, I can't help you make offspring. That's something you have to arrange yourself. So potentially you could be the one that brings us to level 4. My kid's trained yet? Hell. They might be too young to be trained. They have no education. Are you journeyman training? No. I don't know how high education can go. Well, let's see. It's currently autumn. The players will start putting in the trees. You have to do one by one. And it's probably easier to wait until the farm is actually finished. But can I make this easier now? Yep, I have branches. Those I do not have. Right. I can more easily see what I need. And then next, heck out of this. I may not want to build on the path. Yeah, see, that's something I'm also not entirely sure of. I mean, this is very interesting game, sure. Fine quality game. But I can definitely see there's some appeal in it. What makes it better? Well, I'm guessing I'm just not quite far enough yet into the particular mechanics. Like for instance, I have never reached beyond level 5 in tier yet. I kind of want to see if that makes things better, but basically it just means better buildings to work with. The game is also still heavily under development, so some features may still be incoming. Maybe at that point code, but anyway. Yeah. I mean, basically, as it was told to me, as I pretty much explained at the start of the game, the really big thing they were hammering on is how you have to be in balance with nature somewhat. How everything has a need and needs to be cared for, including the wildlife. Like, for instance, if we just go after one of the cats here. Now, getting into level 4. But they have all the necessary things. But even wild animals. Find something wild. I find a grey wolf. Yes, son. I'm gonna be in this little burrow, sleeping. They're very good. I don't think you can domesticate wolves though. But yeah, it's essentially just take care of nature and stuff for you. Which is why I find it a little bit funny that the one that was that the email that was sent to me was talking about how much because I played Terra Nil that this game would appeal to me, and I guess no, because Terra Nil is not this. But, you know, as a simulation game, it's fun enough. I've played worse colony games. And at least this one doesn't keep throwing stuff at me like RimWorld would. Although keep in mind, I have never played RimWorld. This was merely from me watching that game. Season change is definitely a little bit off though. I mean, sure, nice that it changes easily enough, but the weather effects definitely feel a little bit softening. That's but looks like our food supply is getting a little bit better under control. Hey, dystopia reached level 4. Nice. Probably also get this bit over here. Right, now we have a lot of surplus people. So we should work on that. And I will be needing a lot of stuff that I don't currently have. Let's set up a wash house. Now, like I said, I don't think the game is bad by any means. But if you ask me what makes it special, I can't tell you. I don't know. Get a kitchen in there. And set up a harbor. Well, I could set up a harbor, but I don't have any iron tool. And I'm fairly certain nobody is selling any. There will be finished goods. And nobody is selling any. Typical. Bunch of loaders. Sure, make deals with me. Can satisfy those demands. And I need more housing. Can't get better houses. There is the mansion, but I'm not sure that's a better house per se. I mean, it's bigger, sure, but is that better? Let's get a little bit extra room here. Okay, got health. See if I can find you. I've just popped into existence as a level 1. Are you educated? Journeyman educated. Right. Any of my kids leveled up? Everyone, just the kids, please. Because I've been training the kids, so Rosalind, Journeyman education. And you could be a newborn from this little place. Like beer, mild winter, sure. Alright, just up to level 5 prosperity. Anyway, we have some new facilities. Stonemason's shop, which I will want to put somewhere near here. Okay, the shop is kinda in the wrong place now. And I can put it back here. Yeah, that's fine. You just squeeze it in. See, also get some beehives. Ooh, the king and queen are dead. Anyone storms towards you, worried. Shocking messages have reached me. King Hubert and Queen Louisa have died due to unknown reasons. Got to return to the capital to stand by the side of my cousin Prince Oscar. It pains me to leave you alone with a challenging task to further develop the region, but I trust in your ability. For things... There is a story being told, but so far I've not really gotten past this point just yet, because it requires stuff that I just do not get. Just the planks again. It does kind of irk me that the sawmill is all the way down here. It can't even build it, because it requires iron tools. Which, like I said, not being sold by anyone, so you have to make it yourself. And the only place we're going to be finding iron is in the mountains. Or potentially this place, but That's not really much of a help. But this is the only place we're going to be finding iron ore. And what else do I have access? Alright, we can finally set up a proper dairy. I can find the space for it. Right, the wash house is operational. So now people can wash their face. Boomery, that is what we need to make iron, but obviously we can't place that here. Right, so the bees, I'm not entirely sure of where it would be the optimal place to plant them. Nothing very near wheat, apparently. I would guess near fruit trees. So let's get a couple of these going then. Right, so we need to do some investigations. Requires a lead bar. Anyone selling a lead bar? Nobody is selling a lead bar. Now that's not, strictly speaking, a problem for us per se, because we can do stuff with lead. Back in. Yeah. Just need to find where we have some lead. Which would be here somewhere. That's the tin mine. The closest. So we have that deposit over there. That is some distance away, but it's still doable. Or over here. Somewhere. Where is it? Down here. That further away? Maybe? Later at the very least. Let's get the simple smelter set up. Burrow. That deposit is up there. Yeah, I'm not sure what this this will do it for you if you're into these kinds of games. Collection speed, sure. Raw wood. Let's not bother with the planks just yet. Right, we've got plenty of rags. Have a maximum of 20. At which point you start getting this up. Right, what are we missing? Planks. At the beehives already. The trees are growing in nicely, it looks like. Yeah, this orchard will do fine. Plenty of food. Raccoons! Darn raccoon. Expecting to find more cats here. I'll just get some facilities finished. We'll be all set up for some further ranging exploration. What's wrong with the sawing place? Right. Do not care for plants. There's no furniture available. Horses and feature. Alright, we found Swimmin', which is the other place where we can find some iron. But it's similar to the mountains, so it's just gonna be very tricky to stay in. Where's the map transition? And this leads to the tablelands. Leads to a dead end. Doesn't flow. Also flows to the tableland. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it works with the trade via the rivers and all that. See, this leads to the dead end. Oxbow River. Losdorf. Which is over here, I guess. So we can get some settlement rights. Ochdorf. Potentially we can make them part of our settlement. Would save me a lot of effort, because that means I would not have to set up a copper facility. So I suppose it'll be interesting to see if we can get proper settlements in all the locations. I mean, I did say that around 70 is probably a good place where I need to get things settled. I don't think we are really expecting any more people. Beehives are all set up. Not sure how much people need to be able to watch these things. I mean, the game is being a bit unclear about what feeds. Doesn't exactly say. Honey is extracted as the bees also food. But clearly it interacts with my fruit trees and to some extent with the grass. Not so much with the wheat though. There's also ability I could just set up some bushes. We need some more leaves and berries. That doesn't feel like we... Especially not with the fruit trees now coming into full bloom. I mean, they're a bit dry. There's decent nutrients. Temperature is okay, but that's because we're mostly in summer, so that's not really the biggest issue here. Slow things down a little. Getting into the final stretch for today. Kind of want to consider going up to the church, but for that I need this to be finished. There's also other stuff like the charcoal pile, getting up the iron forge, getting a butcher shop running. I cannot do because that requires stone blocks. Requires that I have that advanced the stonemason shop done. And there's also the glassworks, which requires lead. Oh. Oh well, at least we're making decent money. Alright. Got the simple thing set up. Bronze tools wouldn't hurt. Iron tools I cannot get. Yeah, our desirability is currently a little bit over. So, what is people's complaints? They are not happy about the lack of church. Want to talk to friends. That's really a you problem. Don't want to eat off the floor. I can totally sympathize. Right, so we don't currently have anyone that's level 4. Right, so in level 4 they will want in jewelry. They want to be clean. Well, you have a wash house. They want a church. They would like to work less than 71 hours per week. And they would like a hot dish. Well, that is being built, I believe. Yeah. So, can get all the supplies they need here. Food more efficient. Then we need to start considering a potential expedition. Oh, right. You... I really only want you to make lead. When you start doing anything foolish. Transition. Anything else I can activate in the guild house? Is it? Nothing I really want to activate per se. Educated adult still isn't good. Work specialization, maximum of 1 job per person. I mean, technically I guess I could do that. I have the people. And the kids are starting to get raised up that they will be wanting to do that. I need just a single net bar. Can I please get a single net bar? Where are you going? It is a long way away. You are working at the beehive and the simple smelter. Workload is quite high. Beehive is kind of far away. How dirty is the place? Ooh, that is... that is very red. Very red indeed. Might need another sweeping station. Just to ensure that the dirt stays away from us. Still not enough planks. Get the better thing. I have plenty of wood. Just the processing takes. You're getting all the goods you need for the upgrades. Of course, there's anyone available for debt. He doesn't have much work to do. You can help. Kinda want that lit bar. Especially if you want the stained glass windows. You can do another job then, I guess. Still just waiting for planks. Is anyone selling planks? I know people were asking, Steve. Yeah, but nobody's selling any. Typical. Well, that is where I'm gonna leave you for today. 4 o'clock. I need my food. So thank you all for coming by. Hope you enjoyed. I think we'll be playing this for at least one more stream, so I can fully test out the colonial system. If I can set up some additional outposts, will not completely kill the colony. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you all next week. Bye.